Hi everyone, my name's Diabedor, and today I'm making a quick video for the Elden Ring Community Help Discord server because this is a problem that people seem to run into concerningly often, where they'll somehow make it all the way up to, like the other day there was a dude who managed to get all the way over here to Divine Tower of East Altus, so he was trying to fight the Fell Twins on the bridge here. And he was doing that with a +5 Uchi Katana and a +1 Gut Sword, okay? And he was like, yeah, I never found any smithing stones, so I don't know how to upgrade my weapons. I have like 60 hours in the game, and this dude somehow managed to fucking beat Morgott and all that, so I'm making this video so that you can remediate any build that you have if you need smithing stones and you need them fast. So this video is made for that, but if you're not in the Discord server, you might still find this helpful. So yeah. So, there's smithing stones all over the place. There's a lot of dungeons and stuff. But there's two very good places where you can go to get literally an infinite supply of smithing stones, enough to bring any weapon up to +12. So the first one is the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel in Raya Lucaria. Or, excuse me, the Area of the Lakes. So you'll see this orange circle here on your map. We're going to mark that with a waypoint so we can figure out how to get to it. A lot of people will, like, come up here on these cliffs, like on the east side of Liurnia, and they'll be like, oh, how do I drop down? I have no way to get down to where the cave is. Do I need to jump down somewhere or something? Okay, and the answer is no. What you need to do is go, preferably from like the Academy Gate Town. It's just a straight run up here to the tunnel. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, chances are you've been to the Gate Town because you need to go here to do Raya Lucaria Academy. I'm not gonna show the whole run, but this is what we're doing. Just go north from the Gate Town to the waypoint that you marked on the map. Oh, and by the way, I guess when I edit the video, I'll put a picture of it on your blank map. So, if you open up your map screen and you haven't grabbed the map for a region, on your blank map, you can see where the obelisk that has the map fragment is for that region. So, if you don't have the map of Raya Lucaria, go grab the map of Raya Lucaria. You'll see the icon that I'm talking about on screen right about now. So, yeah, make sure you grab those in every region that you go to before you do anything else in that region. Alright, so here we are at the entrance to the tunnel. It's kind of foggy, so you can't see particularly well, but you see up there is the gate that I was talking about and all that shit. And so it's right here next to the Wandering Mausoleum. You just head to the east of it. There's a cave entrance here. So I'm not going to show like a full walkthrough of the cave. You can explore it yourself, but there's a bunch of smithing stone 2s and a bunch of smithing stone 3s that you can grab while you're down here. So those are important, and there's a couple other items and stuff to pick up. But what we're here for is the smithing stone miners bell bearing number 1, and that's dropped by the boss of the tunnel, and it's all the way down at the bottom of the tunnel. So that's what we're going to go to. So make your way through the tunnel down to the boss, which you can actually see all the way down there. You can see that blue spot on like the bottom left. That's the boss. So that's where we're going. Alright, so once you've made your way down to the end of the tunnel, preferably you're going to want a strike weapon, because the boss here is a Crystallian, and they're weak to strike damage. So for example, here, like you see, a shield isn't a great one, but you can see up under the name Briar Great Shield, it says the type of weapon, which is Great Shield, and then underneath that it says Strike. So you want a weapon that does strike damage. Hammers and stuff like that will do strike damage. That would be preferable, but really anything will do, because what we're going to do is get stance breaks on the Crystallian with either heavy attacks or jumping attacks. And it's pretty easy to do. The Crystallian only has 70 poise, and its poise doesn't regenerate. So you can take your time trying to get stance breaks on it, and it won't be very hard. So you see here, I have my Flamberge, and I'm going for the charge heavy attack. I did a jumping heavy attack, another charge heavy attack. So none of those attacks were doing any damage, but now you'll see when I hit it, it does a ton of damage because it's super weak after you get a stance break on it. So all you got to do is stance break it once, and then that's pretty much the end of the boss fight. Once you kill it, it'll drop the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing number 1. And so what we're going to do is take that back to the Round Table Hold and give it to the Twin Maiden Husks. So come into the Round Table Hold, go up through the north hallway, and we're going to talk to the Twin Maiden Husks here, go to Offer Bell Bearing, and I can't do it because I'm a New Game Plus and I already gave it to them, but you'll have the option to give them the Bell Bearing. And once you go to purchase, now you will have the option to buy Smithing Stone 1s and Smithing Stone 2s, okay? And these are in unlimited quantity. You can buy as many as you want. So, you know, go to town and use these to upgrade your weapons. So this lets you get any weapon up to +6 by using 12 Smithing Stone 1s and 12 Smithing Stone 2s. And as you probably noticed, you can also get ones for the rest of the smithing stones. So the other bell bearing that's super easy to get is the one that gives you 3s and 4s, which will let you get any weapon up to +12. So let's go get that. So this bell bearing, the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing number 2, is located in Sealed Tunnel in the Altus Plateau. So you can see it's over here. You can't see it underneath the icon that's here, and I have that icon because, again, I've been a New Game Plus. But there will be an orange circle like there was with the Ray of the Lucaria Crystal Tunnel. So if you haven't been up to the Altus Plateau, then you really don't need this bell bearing if you haven't been up to Altus yet. Once you go up to Altus, that's when you need to get higher level weapons, up to like +12, +15. But if you haven't been to the Altus Plateau, I'm not going to show it here for the sake of keeping this video relatively short, but you can go down to Fort Height, down here in the Mistwood of Limgrave, so you can see, you know, like here's the Gatefront Ruins where you get your horse. If you follow the road to the east, it'll take you down to Fort Height. In the Tower of Fort Height, which is this spot right here, there is a chest that has the left half of the Dectus Medallion. So there's two halves, obviously. And so from Fort Height, if you head north to the Third Church of America, at the north end of this road, there's a pond behind it, and like right here, there's a teleporter. That teleporter will take you up to the Bestial Sanctum in the Dragon Barrow. And then from here, you're going to head south until you get to the Minor Erd Tree. So it's across a bridge. There's a dragon on the bridge, but you can just run past it. So you get to the Minor Erd Tree. If you run around the side of the tree and go behind it, there's like a cliff here, and there's a spirit spring that you can jump up, and that takes you on top of the cliff straight to Fort Faroth. And in Fort Faroth is the right half of the Dectus Medallion. Once you have both halves of the Dectus Medallion, you can bring it up to the Grand Lift of Dectus in North Liurnia. So you can see, you know, like here's like the bridge from Ray of the Lucaria. You go all the way up the highway, and that takes you to the Grand Lift of Dectus. You can use the medallion to go up the lift, and then from there it's just a straight shot over to the Sealed Tunnel. If you don't want to go through all that effort, then you can also go through the ruin-strewn precipice, which you can get to down in this ravine here, and then there's some ladders that take you up into the precipice. So when you go into the precipice, it's a dungeon that you have to go through, and there's a boss at the end of it called Magma Worm Makar. It's not too hard, and then once you kill it, it takes you up here to the Abandoned Coffin. There's like a elevator here that'll bring you up here, and then you can just follow the road to the east, and that takes you over to where we're going anyway. So yeah, so what we're going to do is come over here to the Outer Wall Phantom Tree Site of Grace. So here's the Outer Wall Phantom Tree. This is a map, by the way, so, you know, make sure you grab that, and then you'll be able to see what the fuck we're talking about. And then we're going to go down this bridge thing here, and that'll take us down into the moat, and we can go over to Sealed Tunnel. So it's directly to the east of the Site of Grace. You'll come to, like, these rocks, and if you look, you'll see that there's a way down, and it takes you over to the tunnel. So go down this bad boy, and then the tunnel's right over there. Here's the entrance. Go into this shit. Now, fortunately for this one, we don't actually have to fight the boss because the bell bearing is just in a chest at the very beginning of the tunnel. So grab the Set of Grace, and you'll see there's nowhere to go. Well, it turns out there's a bunch of illusory walls in this tunnel. If you hit the illusory wall, then you can go into the actual tunnel. And right down this way, you will find a chest. And inside the chest is the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing number 2. So that lets you buy Smithing Stones 3 and 4. But also, what's important is that in this tunnel, there's Smithing Stone 5s. So I think there's like 7 or 8 of them. And that'll let you get a weapon up to plus 14. And then I'll show it on the map in a second. But you see, like, there's these illusory walls that take you to different parts of the tunnel. So make sure you explore this tunnel and grab these Smithing Stone 5s so you can upgrade your shit. So yeah, there's the bell bearing and a bunch of Smithing Stone 5s in the sealed tunnel. And then also in the Altus Plateau, there's the Altus Tunnel, which is also marked with a circle, so make sure you check that out. And there is the Old Altus Tunnel, which is marked with a slightly less visible circle, but again, make sure you check that out. And those also have a bunch of Smithing Stone 5s in them. And so using those, you can get a single weapon up to plus 15. And you can get any weapon you want up to plus 12, because you can buy infinite Smithing Stone 3s and 4 from the Twin Maiden Husks using the bell bearing. And then, you know, if you explore around, I think there's more Smithing Stone 5s in Celia Crystal Tunnel over in Caelid. There's a bunch of Smithing Stone 4s in the Gale Tunnel. You know, so make sure you explore and stuff, but the 2 bell bearings make it super easy. The Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearings make it really easy to get any weapon you want up to plus 12, because you'll be able to buy infinite Smithing Stones 1 through 4. There's also bell bearings for 5, 6, and for 7 and 8, but those you can't get until you've gotten up to the later areas of the game after Altus Plateau. So, again, like I said, this is for people who've somehow made it up to Altars or whatever with like a plus 2 sword. So yeah, make sure you upgrade your shit. My name is Diabedor. I hope you found this helpful, and I will catch you later.